Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Morf from Susie Achter. This is a neat one. I mean, like, they're all neat, right? Because I say that almost every time. I try to find, something to say, but this is a neat one. I can't help it. Let's see, I think this one was posted. It's reminiscent of some others, but that happens. This is from 2015, listed on Tangle Patterns. So, here's why I love this. Start off with a shape. However you wish to draw this shape is how you draw the shape. Just something, doesn't have to be big, just something small. And then we're going to aura around it. And that's it. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to draw another shape, though. Pick a place to have it come under. Now, this, we're kind of using the Halabow technique. Halabow is, if you're not familiar, Halabow is generally, for instance, I'm not going to do it, but if I wanted to draw a straight line and have it, go underneath here, I'm going to have to do something all the way out there since I went, did I wreck the pen tip? No, okay, good. But so we would say, draw a line, lift up your pen. I continue it across as if I'm continuing to draw, but not, and then putting it down on the other side and continuing on. Other ways to use the technique or the concept is like this. So for instance, I'm going to draw another shape and I'm going to have it come out of here. So this little bit, whatever that would end up looking like, is underneath that part. And then we're going to aura it. So it's just a little bit different way of using Halabow. And that's why I wanted to explain it, because it's like we use the term, but this is just a smidge different, as you can see. So it looks like it's underneath. And all we do with this is just continue to draw shapes however you wish them to be. And you can, I'm just going to kind of work around. I'm working to not have any rhyme or reason, although that sometimes it's difficult. Tangles like this help me practice that. So if you have a challenge with randomness too, number one, if you want to let me know in the comments, I was going to say, we have a club. We don't really, but we do. It's the Tangle Addicts community. We're made up of all kinds of challenges with different things. And it's for me, I found it very comforting to know that some of the things that I had a challenge with, were shared by other people, even Mr. Rick Roberts, co-founder of Zentangle. It was the string. And I can't remember if I heard him talk about it live, or it might have been in the one of the two books that they have. And he was talking about, having a challenge, just drawing a random string. And Maria and I are like, what? And that's like the conversations a little bit that Mom and I have. It's like, it's just a piece of paper. I'm like, no, I know, understand, but no, it's not really. And it's just nice to know, because we all have different personalities. We all have, and just continue to do this. This is so nice because you can just lose yourself in it. But we all have our different styles and different things. And we have to also, especially in this art form, work to not compare ourselves to others. Now, just a little side note, if you've drawn something and you're like, well, gosh, look I went right up to the edge. If you think it's a little big, you don't have to aura it on the outside. You can aura it on the inside. And there you go. Little course correction. So anyway, I just like to share things like that because I know there are some that might get frustrated at different things, or you look at other people's gorgeous work and you're like, oh, I could never do that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Sometimes, it just depends. It just depends on what it is. And if we just work to be inspired by other people, instead of comparing ourselves and doing the whole, no, I could never do that thing, then it's such a fun experience. And the community that has developed around my Tangle Addicts offerings is absolutely fantastic. So if you're looking for a nice place, inside, outside, okay, inside, a nice kind of safe place to share your work, to have Zentangle conversations, to be inspired, and to be inspiring, because we're inspired by so many people that join us. It's so fun. There's a link in the description section for our private Facebook group, so if you happen to be on Facebook, come and join us. There are 4 questions that have to be answered, though, to gain entry. Just want to let you know that. And voila, that's it. This one you can so lose yourself in. And like I said, this is great practice for those that have a challenge with, I don't know what to do. I have trouble doing random things. They're just little bitty shapes, and it's all good, and it doesn't matter. And this is a great one that helps to, that will help to practice that. Now, a number of things that you could do with this. I think I'm just going to shade it. But if you take a look at the in the description section, the For More Inspiration link will take you to Tangle Patterns, where I found this. And in Linda's thumbnail, so that's like the first thing you see, like on the upper left, is Linda Farmer. She is tanglepatterns.com. And I always like looking at her takes, as well as the creator of the Tangle and their samples that they put in there, and just the way that they do their step out. It's always interesting, and it's nice and great for ideas. So Linda, she didn't fill in the Orid section. She kind of thickened this outer one, and that's a really, really neat look. I'm just gonna have fun with shading. Now I'll throw some ideas out there, because you could turn this into a reticula, right? Which is where you could put other tangles inside. Although, well, I mean, you could. You can. It's your tangle. You put your own spin on it. Whatever you end up wanting to do, it will be fine. But in the little Orid section, you could just fill it in. You could put little lines. You could orbs. Put orbs. A host of things that you could do, just up to your imagination. And if you don't know what to do, just do like what I'm doing. It's like, well, I'm just going to shade it. And you know what? You can go back. Boy, this poor tortillon. I like to use them until I just can't use them anymore, or I lose them, one or the other. And I want to take out this first one. This is the way I'm doing the shading is similar to what I do with Halabow. Where I kind of go around the perimeter. So that way, what happens, I'm just going to do this little section here. So if you go around the outside of everything that you did, then it automatically creates that, the darkening effect for where things go under. And I don't think I put any right here. And then, putting graphite on every plate, on every outside edge, will also give you more graphite, where it might be deeper, say, than in other places. And you can see a little bit different levels of darkness here with the graphite. Let's get that filled in. And if it ends up going over a little bit, it's okay. But look at how, it adds such neat life when we just add some shading. And you know what, you could go, all the way around to the outside if you wish. Sometimes just like, okay, wait, this one is pretty easy though. Like, oh, that's an outside edge. I have a lot of little bitty outside edges. Well, one way you could attack this is to kind of, it's like, okay, there's this level. That's kind of like the first level. You could just go around those first if you wanted to. Or just do it in sections like I do, and then you're like, wait, how did I miss that one? Oh, because you were flitting around with, doing a little here, doing a little there, like a little bird. That's what happens. But then it's kind of what makes it fun. It's like a seek and find. All right. I just want to I think it's fun to stop here and there, so that way you can enjoy, what it looks like, and then especially where you have actually, I only have this little bit. I thought I was leaving more. I got carried away. It's just neat to see it progress. So it's like stop every so often and take a look at it and go, oh, nice, and then continue. And sometimes you might get an idea of some other way you might want to. Or something else you might want to do when we do that, versus just kind of rushing through it. Enjoy the process as you go, and celebrate it with looking at it every so often, and especially, of course, afterwards. That's easy, but sometimes doing it along the way is really, really neat. So I see some that needs to get a little cleaner. There we go. It's just fun. It just is fun. It's not so, I've had people that said, well, what's it supposed to be? It's not supposed to be anything. That's what Zentangle is. It's patterns. They're not supposed to be representational, even though a lot of them are, and it's nice, but knowing that it's non-representational means that if it doesn't turn out exactly as maybe the sample looks, or as you have it in your mind, that's what you say. This is non-representational art. It just is. There. It's good. All right. So if you enjoyed this and you enjoyed my goofy style, would love it if you click the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel and you would like to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber. I've mentioned the description section for several items. Besides the step outs and the link to our Facebook community, I have a link to my website as well as Facebook page. So if you're interested in classes, in fact, wait, oh no, today's Tuesday. Oh no, today's Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I get confused because I always do these the night before. This is a daily tangle. I always post it the evening before the day that it's really for. So sometimes my head gets messed up with that. But if you're interested, so on Thursdays in Michigan, it's 11 a.m. and 7 p.m., I do, I don't like to call it classes necessarily. It's a session. I do 2 sessions of what we call Tangle Time. And it's where we would maybe take a tangle like this and just play with it and have fun with it and see what happens. I might pair it with something else. I don't know. It just depends on the tangle and how I'm feeling that day. So nobody knows it. I think only maybe twice in, I don't know how long it's been now, 3 years, something like that, has anybody known what I'm doing beforehand. Not even my mom, who is my co-host. Well, I think there was one additional time that I said, here, this is what we're going to do, because I wanted her brain to get around whatever it was, so that way, I can't remember what the tangle was, but I'm like, just, that way you can think on it a little bit, and, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughter, a lot of goofing around, in our chat, but it's such a ball. And the amazing work that we share afterwards. You really have to be there. Or subscribe to my blog when you're at my website. And then when I get around to posting the pictures and things, you will see them. All right, so with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.